Well, our series of honor flight stories continues.
Tonight we share the heartfelt journey of a veteran from Reedley. He was drafted at the age of 19 with his best friend who didn't make it back home. So when he visited the Vietnam Memorial in Washington, D.C., he paid a special tribute. CBS 47's Kaylee Hunt joins us in studio with his story. Kaylee.
Luis Torres served in Vietnam during 1968 till 1970. During his tour, he, like so many other veterans, lost his best friend. I got the chance to shadow Torres as he found his friend's name on firsthand the impact this war had on so many service members 50 years later.
Maybe I should have gone with him. I don't know. 1967, he got killed. Members.
Luis Torres grew up in Reedley with his best friend Tony Gabaldon. Both were drafted and deployed to Vietnam in the late 1960s. Only one came home.
And it just so happened that that day that we had that big battle at Cu Chi.
Walking along the Vietnam Memorial past the names etched in granite takes him back to the last moment he had with his best friend.
And then we were kind of there was a little hill, and we saw something out there. And I said, I told my friend, somebody out there, and we just looked at each other, and we took off running.
Now, 50 years later, Torres is shading his name on this piece of paper to keep alive his memory and honor his service.
It's like losing a family member. Actually, in some ways, they even become closer to their comrades in the service.
Terry Romarium is a counselor on this trip. He says stories like these are very common, and some veterans hold their guilt for years.
So they become family, and so when they have lost one of those, what they call family members, friends, it affects them for the rest of their lives.
Torres says he will keep this sketch close to him.
My best friend.
And can now go back home to Reedley with more closure after paying tribute to his old friend. This was Luis Torres' first time touring Washington, D.C. He says he is so thankful for the opportunity and 50 years later can finally start the process of closure. For more honor flight stories, go to our website, yourcentralvalley.com. In studio, I'm Kaylee Hunt, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
These stories are just amazing.
Yeah.
And the sacrifice to go to war, and also to lose a best friend in the process.
Yeah, heartbreaking and heartwarming. Amazing.